What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going on a Funko hunt to Fanboys Marketplace. It's a pretty cool store and they actually have a ton of Funkos, so yeah, let's get into it. So looking at the Funkos, first one I noticed was the Imperial Guard, which is one I was looking for. They had Moon Knight, Bella Porch, whoever that is. They had Homer Simpson memes. They had Falcon, Hannibal, a bunch of Christmas ones like the Gingerbread, Snowman, and the Guardians Holiday Special. They had some other stuff that wasn't really that interesting. Moving over here, they had Sub-Zero, K2SO, which looks like he's battle damaged. Some of the Dark Troopers with Grogu. Some Disney stuff down below. Pikachu, Spider-Man's black and gold suit, something from Wall-E. The Joker down there. Dak Prescott, which is actually a pretty valuable Funko, but not one I'm into. I'm not a huge Cowboys fan. They had Carnage over there. And then over here, they had some of the Office Funkos. And they had this really cool Michael Myers Funko with the house. The Myers house. It was super cool, but it was also super expensive. It was like $60. Way too much for my blood, so I decided to leave it behind, even though I am a huge Michael Myers fan. They had some of the older Michael Myers down below, some Chucky. And then moving over here, they had a bunch of Marvel stuff. They had a cool Thanos and Hulk 2-pack in the back. I'm not sure if you can see that. Over here, they had some Batman. I can't really tell what that is. Then they had Dak again, more Batman. It looks like some Frontline Heroes, some Godfather Funkos, and the Witcher Funkos. Over here, they had a bunch of mini keychains, which were pretty cool to see. Not really any I was into, though. And then down below, they had some Pez I'm about to show you. Again, not really anything I'm too interested in. It was all the same Pez, basically. Then moving over here, they had some Halo stuff. They had some Space Jam, some Doctor Doom, some Marvel Zombies, Frasier. Frasier's a pretty good show I am a fan of, but that Funko is pretty expensive now. They had some Peacemaker, some Shazam, Thor Love and Thunder, the Infinity Warps, What If. And then moving over here, they had some Star Wars, Marvel, all kinds of stuff, but not really anything I was into, at least not over here. They had some big ones, which were pretty cool. But again, not anything I was into. And then they had a bunch of the art series. Personally, I am not a fan of the art series. I just don't think it looks good. They did have this Darth Revan, which is one I've been looking for, and it was definitely a cool one. So I take back what I said about them not having anything good on this part. They had some original first Avengers movie Funkos with Captain America and Thor, which were pretty cool to see. They had, they had some Bugs Bunny, and more Infinity Warps, Matt Ryan, the Joker. Let's see, what else did they have? They had some Valentines, Blue Deadpool. I'm not really sure what that is, but it looks kind of cool. Regular Deadpool, Bishop, a bunch of Marvel ones, basically. A bunch of Marvel. Some Peacemaker down there. More Infinity Wars with Ghost Panther, Scorpion, Gru from Despicable Me 3 on the far right. I'm not sure if you caught that. They'd have a Ronin, which was pretty cool. Villain from Shang-Chi, Kid Loki, Frost Giant Loki. A bunch of the What If ones, which are pretty cool in my opinion, including a GameStop exclusive Infinity Ultron. Didn't realize he was a GameStop exclusive. They had this big Dead Strange and Scarlet Witch battle that I thought was kind of cool. Then over here they had this new WinterCon limited edition Spider-Man. That's pretty cool. I already have some in my collection, so I didn't pick them up. And it was a little expensive, a little way over retail, so I decided to leave it. Then they had some Blacklight ones, Blacklight like Avengers, and then Thanos, which were kind of cool. Although I'm not a huge Blacklight fan, I still think those look cool. They had some on the floor. They had a bunch in the store. Like, they were everywhere. There were shelves on shelves of Funko. It was just crazy. Moving over here, they had the Giant Maleficent, Jaws Funko, a bunch of giant Funkos at the top. Then they had Emperor Joker, which I think is a pretty cool one I've been looking to add to my collection. But I wasn't really sure of the price, so I started to leave them behind. They also had a bunch of Falcon Captain America and this new Spider-Man pop, which is pretty cool, but it was a little expensive. I would rather try to find it retail than just pay that much for it, or just not get it at all. It's not like the coolest Funko in my opinion. They had Sylvester and Tweety. Tweety's actually one of my favorite Looney Tunes, so that was kind of cool to see. I always thought Tweety was funny, just the way he talks and stuff, but anyway. They had some Suicide Squad ones, it looks like. They had some Legos, too. That was kind of cool. I also collect Legos. I'm not sure if I've ever said that on the channel. But, yeah, I love Legos and Funkos. But anyway, back to the Funkos. They had Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. Over here, they had a bunch of Grogu, some of the Star Wars concept art. Looks like some sort of zombie Batman and zombie Joker. And then they had some cool ones over here. They had some sports figures at the top, some Disney villains in like the middle area, and some symbiotes also. They had Scream symbiote, which I thought was pretty cool. More Infinity Warps and Taskmaster. Taskmaster's a pretty cool villain, and that's definitely a cool Funko, but I decided to leave it behind today. Like I said, they had some sports figures at the top with Jim Brown, Vince Lombardi. Those guys are pretty awesome. Howie Long. Anyway, they had some bigger Funkos over here, some of which I already have. They had Luke and Yoda on Dagobah. I thought that was a cool one. Pretty unique. Then they also had the Matrix Funko Pops. This 1960s Batman, which was pretty cool looking. And Blacklight Wolverine, which I thought was kind of cool. Next up, they had even more shelves. I couldn't really get too close because there were some people watching me and I got a little nervous. But looking at it here, they got some of the purple, they got like the purple Hulk from Endgame. I'm not sure if you can really tell, but he's like all purple and shiny. They had a bunch of the Marvel 10-year anniversary gold ones, which I thought looked pretty cool. They had the Wolverine comic cover. They had some Ninja Turtle stuff at the top. Then they also had some Spider-Man stuff in the middle and Batman, along with a few Wonder Woman, or actually several Wonder Woman. They had the Flash. Then they had this really cool Batman, like I said. I thought it was pretty cool looking, but I did not pick him up today. They had some Black Adam, Killmonger, the Superman Soldier from Batman vs. Superman, which is actually, like, not a valuable Funko at all, but I still think it's a cool one because I am a fan of Batman vs. Superman, and that whole nightmare sequence I think would have been a cool storyline to explore. But anyway, they had this Spider-Man meme moment I thought was pretty funny. They had some Wall-E, some DC, some of the Iron Man armor, E.T. movie moment, which was kind of cool, Hobgoblin, Superman Blue, I thought looked super cool. And they had this blue Senate guard, which is one I've been looking for. I did not pick him up today, though, but he's still cool to see in person. They had a Nihilus, another one I've been looking for. Again, I did not pick him up today, though. They actually had another one right there. And then they had another blue Senate Guard, I think is what they're called. Yeah, blue Senate Guard. This one was in nicer condition, so I decided to show him off as well. Moving to the right, they had some Office Pops, another blue Superman, U.S. Agent, Zurg, another Batman at the very top. I'm not sure if you caught that. Wasn't really sure what most of the stuff on this shelf was. I recognized Eagly from Peacemaker. Some of the new Matrix Pops were there. Those are kind of decent. I haven't seen that new movie. I heard it was okay. Let me know what you think of it in the comments and if I should watch it. But anyway, they had some in the display case, including Blacklight Carnage, which was super cool to see in person. It was super expensive, though. Okay, guys, back at home, I ended up picking up 3 Funko Pops, and I'm going to show off to you real quick. First off, we have this Imperial Royal Guard. As you can see, it's definitely a cool one. It's a Walmart exclusive. It's not really valued that high, but it's one that I've been looking for. So I figured I'd pick him up. So I figured I'd pick him up since, you know, like I said, I've been looking for him and I don't really see him in person that often. So looking at this Royal Guard out of box, there is not a ton of detail on him. He's very plain, but obviously it's kind of because his character design doesn't have like a lot of spots for detail. But I always thought that the red Royal Guards had a super cool look with their helmets, or I guess masks, or whatever you want to call them. I always thought they looked cool. Even though they don't really do much in the movies, they just kind of stand there menacingly. But I still think they're cool, and I'm glad I picked this one for my collection. Next Funko is Ronin from Avengers Endgame. This Funko I thought always looked cool, and I always loved Hawkeye's Ronin persona. And this one's a Walmart exclusive. It's also not valued that highly, but like I said, it's one I've been looking for, so I figured I'd pick it up. Looking at the Ronin Funko out of box, it is a super cool one. There is some pretty decent detail on him, but overall, it's just a really cool design. I love his mask covering his mouth, and it only shows his eyes. And the black and gold is super cool, and his sword. And that whole one-take fight scene in Endgame where he's taking out that one, I don't remember what they are, but that one gang. That was super cool, and yeah, I'm a huge fan of how this Ronin Funko looks. And finally, the most expensive Funko I got, Darth Revan. He is a special edition Funko. He's definitely a cool one. I'll show you him out of box. But yeah, this is also one I've been looking for, and it was valued pretty decently, so I picked him up for sure. Yeah, definitely a pretty cool pop. So looking at Darth Revan out of box, it is a super cool one. I love how the bottom of his cape and skirt are kind of weathered and kind of lost some of their color. I love how he has two lightsabers, one black, my bad. One purple, one red, and they're kind of one's in a reverse grip and one's in a regular grip. It's super cool looking, and let's be honest, Darth Revan has always had one of the coolest designs in Star Wars, and he's always been a pretty cool character too. And with that, that is all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. It helps me out so much, and it makes my day every time I see a new comment or like or subscription or anything like that. So please do that. Please consider it. And, yeah, peace out. Bye.